Yeah. So just looking here at Bitcoin on the daily, it's been overheated here for a while. Um, Something that I noticed, what happens is when it's ready to make a move out, it typically gets overheated like this and then rolls over and then comes and tests this moving average. Like we can see that it's happened um, on the real moves that it's made. If we go back on all these moves, right? From here over, when it's consolidating, it's basically just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then when it's ready to make a move, it breaks up. And then it got held by the moving average here and used it as support as it made its move all the way to the top. Just kind of this, it becomes this is the support instead of coming all the way down when we're ready to start making a move. You can see that it's done it here also, and here also. Like for these big moves, it uses the moving average here to bounce as it continues up higher. It doesn't come all the way back down. So that's what I would be expecting uh, to see this time also. If we are ready to make a move, I would expect to see Bitcoin come down, meet the moving average, and then get its bounce. And I would probably, I'm guessing we would see it come back as it comes back down here. I would expect that we come back somewhere in around this range. So we have quite a bit of support that's built up in here. And that would give us, it would give us a higher low, and then another higher low. So we'll see. That's kind of what I'm expecting. It looks like we've got the rejection here from breaking out, but this is really heavy um, resistance, right? Because we have the resistance from this section, we have the resistance from here, and now again the resistance from there and the resistance from the trend line. That's pretty heavy resistance plus resistance from here, right? Um, so that's my base case for what I expect to see. We get back down here, I'm going to start DCAing again into Bitcoin. And then if this happens with Bitcoin, with hype, maybe we come back down. I put this in here. I don't know if we get that, but maybe with hype, you can see that it's been doing the same thing. It's been supporting on this trend line here on the 3 day. It's a shorter history for this, so going down on the time frame. See, I drew this in here and it basically did exactly that. So we're going to come down. Maybe we print another S if we do, or another dollar sign if we do print another dollar sign. Then maybe we come down and kind of see this support here. Actually, this has been moved. The support is basically up here now, right? Because we have it a little bit here, and then here is pretty strong, and then up here. So this is actually the better support. So we'll see what happens here, right? Maybe we see something like that where we come back down and test this trend line one more time. Um, and then maybe with Bitcoin falling back down to 70, maybe we see this come back down here on the daily, comes back here on the daily, perhaps on the 3-day, we only get to about here or so to do something similar to this. Just peek through. We'll see. But that might be my first buy zone area in here at around 35 bucks. Um, Render, I think Render is going to most likely take one of these routes because we have a rejection, it looks like, on Bitcoin. So Render on the week, maybe we come back down to, oops, down to this area. Um, that would be here. If we get a trend line, we'll come down kind of halfway through this parallel channel. If it comes all the way back down, prints a dollar sign, then maybe we get back down into here. And that is a really good spot, I think, to start picking up some render. We got some really good support over here. Um, we have our parallel channel. So maybe I'll start to build my render bag if we get down here. That's kind of what I'm watching. Something that I thought was pretty cool with Wilder World. Um, I opened it up. I put these support and resistance up here, and then I wanted to put my BDZ score on it on the weekly on a higher time frame. And I thought this was pretty cool. Like if a person was just to buy and sell, like trade with a small bag, say you're trading 100 bucks or something like that, and you're just buying, selling the signals here, right? So we get our first buy signal here, and you just waited, it might take months, you just waited until uh, the sell triggered. Well, with this one here, you'd make about a 3x, over a 3x on your money. So okay, and all of a sudden your $300 is or your $100 is $300. And then you did it again. You just waited. Okay, another sell printed. No, it's not time. Oh, finally you got a signal, and then you put your money in here, and then you waited. Oh, you got a signal here. All right, you sold it. Another 3x. You didn't make the entire move, right? But whatever. You're just doing the signals, right? You're not trying to overcomplicate things. It came down, it hasn't printed, went up, you missed this move, that's fine. You came down here, you bought, came down again, maybe you bought again, maybe you just held and said, you know what, I'm just going to hold and wait until I get another signal to sell. So let's just say that you did that. You only bought the once and you just waited for another signal to sell. Oh, this one here, look at that. More than a 3x. More than a 3x, more than a 3x, more than a 3x. You did it again. You just waited for the next green. You bought, you waited for the next red, you sold. Oh, another 3x. Boom. You waited now, you put in a little bit more money. I don't know how much. You have to figure out what you want to do just in case the bottom falls out. You don't want to keep putting everything you've earned, rolling it back in. But let's just say you did it again, you bought some here. Okay, well, now you're down. You're down 60% on that money. So now you got to decide this one here printed. What do you want to do? Okay, well, let's put in a little bit more money, put in a little bit more money. Well, you're almost even, right? You're almost even with your original bag currently. And you just put in a little bit more money down here, and then you're already up 150% on the money that you put in down here, and now you're even up here, and there's still some move left. So who knows? This could turn into be a decent trade also. By the time that this we get another sell over here on the weekly, maybe Wilder World is up here, and you end up making a 5x on this trade, and you end up making a 2x on your original trade, or even 75%. So we'll see. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like this, just swing trading off this indicator that I made with Wilder World. Not so bad. All right, dude. I just don't want to make a 30-minute video here for you. I'll leave it there.